Hi, it's Amy and a very warm welcome to this gentle yoga class to help soothe an overstimulated mind, because we all know that sometimes life can get a little much and sometimes we need a few moments in our day just to find stillness, be present and just let everything chill. So we're going to be starting seated today. So finding a nice comfortable position on your mat, maybe crossing our legs here, maybe in our traditional Sukhasana, crossing our legs, or perhaps laying one leg just in front of the other, Siddhasana. But however we're choosing to sit here, let's find a nice tall spine. So almost imagining that from our tailbone right up and out through the crown of our head is this tall column of energy. With our next breath in, let's draw our shoulders right up towards our ears, closing that space. And as we exhale, roll them down and back. And at the same time, gently closing the eyes and turning our awareness to our breath. And to begin with, we are just, perhaps for the first time today or this week, noticing our breath. Because when we are in this overstimulated or anxious mind, we can really use our breath as our anchor here. To help anchor us into the present moment. Maybe noticing the sensations of our breath, the gentle rise and fall of our chest. Maybe the expansion of our rib cage as we take that breath in. And the softening of our shoulders as we release our breath. Perhaps setting a quiet intention for our class today. Maybe it could be, I don't need to solve everything right now. I can simply be present. Using our intention to keep us grounded in our class. When you're ready, let's take a deep breath in through the nose. And a long exhale out through the mouth. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale deeply. And exhale completely. We have arrived. When you are ready, softly open the eyes, bringing the awareness back. Let's add some movement with our next inhale. Let's guide the fingertips all the way up and overhead, bringing our gaze up towards our thumbs here. As we exhale, let's bring the left hand down to the ground in front of us and our right fingertips to place just behind us as we keep our chest lifted, taking a little gentle twist here. Let's guide that left hand round to that right knee now, and when you're ready with our next inhale, release the right fingertips and we're going to bring them up and over to the side. So we're leaning over to the left hand side, opening along the ribs. Keeping connected to our breath. Inhale, release the left hand up to meet the right. Reaching up and extending our fingertips towards the sky. As we exhale, right hand meets the earth in front, left hand meets the earth behind. Gentle twist. When you are ready, right hand meets the left knee, left fingertips release, come up and overhead. Gentle bend to the right, opening through the ribs on the left hand side. Maybe bringing the top of the arm just to brush the air. Inhale, right hand comes up, meets the left, extend. Exhale, we're going to round through the spine as we bring our hands down towards our knees. Let's do some seated cat-cow, connecting to our breath. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, soften and round, chin to chest. 2 more, inhale. And exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Okay, returning through center. Let's extend our legs out right in front of us, pointing our toes up towards the ceiling, towards the sky, meeting in our staff pose. We're going to keep our right leg exactly as it is as we bend through that left knee, tucking that inner part of our left foot to the inner part of our right thigh. Let's wrap the right arm around that left knee as we guide the left fingertips to reach the earth behind us, keeping that foot flexed up as we keep that lift through the crown of our head. Let's nice and gently unravel, sending that left foot out as we lift our fingers up. And exhale, let's draw the right knee in. Left arm wraps around, right fingertips meet the earth as we lift our chest. Keeping that shoulder drawn down away from our ear. We are sitting nice and tall, grounded through that left heel. And then once you are ready, let's inhale to extend everything back out long. And exhale, draw the feet in close. Okay, we are going to cross our feet here and guide them behind us as we release our hands out in front and meet in a tabletop. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Let's start with the top of our feet. Grounded on the mat here, maybe our gaze just in that space between our thumbs, keeping connected to our breath as we move in and out of cat-cow. Inhale, dip the belly, lift the chest. Exhale, draw a line with our nose, chin to chest. Let's really open through our shoulders here. Inhale. And exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Okay, bringing our spine back to neutral. We're going to curl our toes under with our next inhale. Let's meet in a hovering tabletop. So we're just guiding the knees just slightly off of the ground. A really long exhale through the mouth as we guide our knees back to the earth with control. Inhale, hovering tabletop. Let's come up a little higher. Exhale, knees to the earth. Okay, this is our last one. It's taking us right up to a downward facing dog. Inhale, hover the knees, then send the hips high. Finding a walking downward dog here, pressing through the heels, a walking dog. Allowing the hips to sway from side to side. We are all about letting go and releasing that tension here. So we don't want any rigidness. We want nice fluid motions through the body. Releasing that energy that is no longer serving us. And then finding stillness, let's walk our fingertips all the way back to meet our feet so that we meet in a nice soft forward fold at the bottom of our mat, keeping our knees nice and soft here. Bringing our hands to our elbows, ragdoll. Let's allow that head just to let go, hang heavy. Gravity is our friend here, taking over, drawing us down towards the earth as we open through the back. The shoulders, the backs of the legs, the whole back body getting some love here. Maybe sway from side to side. still nicely connected to our breath. And then walking our hands back away, we're going to come straight into a high plank. So bringing our hands underneath our shoulders. Let's take an Ashtanga Namaskar, shifting our weight forward on our toes, lowering knees, chest, then chin, hips are high. When you are ready with an inhale, let's roll our hips to the earth, tops of the feet meet the mat. As we lift our chest and rise to Cobra. Exhale to release to the earth. Inhale, child's pose. Let's send our hips all the way back to our heels. Let's make it extended, keeping those arms stretched out long. Chest sinks towards the earth. The heart center is bowing down. Allowing the body as well as the mind to find stillness here. Often when we are overstimulated, we are so focused on thinking of all the things that have either happened or are yet to happen, things that are out of our control. Well, let's take these opportunities, whether that's through our yoga or meditation or whatever it is that you like to do, and just use them as opportunities and invitations to just let go of what is no longer serving us so that we can really fully be present with everything that matters and soothe that overstimulated brain. Let's slowly begin to walk our hands in towards our body as we lift up through our chest. We will swoop our legs to one side and return back into our seated position, crossing our legs. Maybe bringing the backs of our hands just to reach our knees as we drop through our shoulders. And I invite you to once again close your eyes as we allow our breath just to settle into its natural rhythm once more. And often when we are overstimulated, we can feel that we are in such a chaotic state of mind that we just need that rooting, that grounding. So for the next few moments, let's do just that. Let's really focus on rooting ourselves into the present moment so that we can walk away from our class today feeling that little bit more present and in control. And whatever is overstimulating us, whatever those things may be, we can approach them with a much calmer, clearer mind. So just noticing where the points of our body meets the earth. Let's visualize roots growing from those pressure points. We are feeling held by the earth, supported. Inviting heaviness in through our legs as we let go of tightness and tension, allowing it to melt away through those roots and dissolve into the earth beneath us. Let's allow the shoulders to soften and our arms to find stillness and lay heavy. Softening through the jaw and relaxing that space just between our eyebrows. letting go of any tightness or tension that is lingering there, and allowing that sense of peace and calm to wash over us. And when you're ready, keeping your eyes closed, let's bring one hand followed by the other just to rest on our heart center. And we will finish with some quiet affirmations that we can use to anchor us into this present and rooted and grounded state for the rest of our day. And you can say these either out loud after me, or you can say them quietly in your mind, whichever you prefer. Starting with, I am safe to slow down. My breath brings me back into the present moment. Today, I choose peace over pressure. And so it is. Thank you so much for joining me today. Before we finish, I just invite you to take the deepest breath you have taken all day so far in through your nose and let everything go out through the mouth. Thank you so much for joining me, and I really hope that helps soothe some of your overstimulated mind today. And if you enjoyed this, please be sure to like and subscribe, because I would love to see you in our future classes. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.